Tonight, the accused CEO killer may be getting ready to head here to New York, perhaps sooner than some expected, as I have exclusive new reporting about who will be representing him when he gets here. Tonight, I can report that Luigi Mangione has retained a high-powered New York defense attorney, Friedman Agnifilo, to represent him as he's facing a second-degree murder charge in the death of the UnitedHealthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. Viewers of The Source will be very familiar with Friedman Agnifilo, who was recently a CNN legal analyst, but she's also a veteran of the New York criminal justice system. She served as the chief assistant district attorney in the Manhattan DA's office for 7 years before going into private practice. As one longtime New York prosecutor told me tonight, she knows, quote, every corridor, every judge, every clerk in the courthouse here. And she will be taking this case on at a time when investigators have amassed new evidence in recent days, with police telling CNN this week that the 3D printed gun he had on him when he was arrested matches the 3 shell casings that were found at the crime scene in Midtown Manhattan. His fingerprints also match those that investigators found on items near the scene. This is all evidence that Friedman Agnifilo said before she was retained, I should note, could potentially be a problem.
It looks to me like there might be a not guilty by reason of insanity defense that they're going to be thinking about, because the evidence is going to be so overwhelming that he did what he did.
At this hour, Luigi Mangione remains behind bars in Pennsylvania. But just today, we heard from the Manhattan District Attorney, who said that he could waive extradition, meaning he could be headed here to New York as early as Tuesday. My sources tonight on the breaking news are CNN's chief law enforcement and intelligence analyst and also the former NYPD Deputy Commissioner, John Miller, retired NYPD captain and author of The Guns of Antwerp, John Monahan, as well as former federal prosecutor and CNN legal analyst, Jennifer Rogers. It's great to have you all here, especially on this breaking news that now he has retained a New York attorney. Previously, he had Thomas Dickey in Pennsylvania, who we heard from this week, but everyone was kind of looking to see who was going to be representing him and taking this case on in New York. Tell us what that means as this comes at a time as we're hearing from Alvin Bragg about potentially waiving extradition.
Yeah, well, the extradition piece in Pennsylvania is really a non-event. Most defendants waive it because all it is proving that the guy that New York wants is the guy that Pennsylvania has. It's just an identity thing. There's really no question here when you see all of the things that he was arrested with that tie him to the scene of the crime, et cetera. They have the right guy. So really what you want is a lawyer who can take you through the real case, right? The pretrial and, of course, the trial. And Karen is the sort of person with all of her many years of experience as a trial lawyer and in this actual courthouse and in this actual office. That's the sort of person you want.
Yeah, and she does have a wealth of experience in it, as we were talking about what that looks like. I mean, she was about to be intimately familiar with this again, John, because we've been talking, based on your reporting, of just the evidence that they are amassing and what kind of case they're already building behind the scenes.
I mean, they have a gun on him in Pennsylvania, allegedly, that matches to the ballistics at the scene. They have a 3-page letter on him, which the police are describing as a claim of responsibility, where he talks about the what and the why. They have fingerprints that are on his fingers that allegedly match fingerprints that are on a phone discarded at the scene, a water bottle, and a power bar wrapping. So when you get to the elements of a good prosecution, forensic evidence, motive, means, opportunity, as Karen framed in her interview before she was representing him, it's all there. Now, it doesn't mean it can't be challenged.